Okay, now. Let's see the light everywhere. Yeah, let's see the light. Oh, they took back the group this time. Yay. So it looks like a light everywhere. So let's do our intro. Hey, if you want to support me, please go to my Patreon. It's going to start now. Alright, so yeah. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's that time again. It's that everything else. This is what a completed character looks like. So yep, this guy's got everything done. Did everything else. So yep. As for the fleet, yep, you hit 85, you're done, you're maxed out. Again, if you're starting out, you're going to do your Lithium line first, and then go down to your research lab. Take your research lab next. Everything else is just eye candy. Everything else is just eye candy. Alright, I am let's go to my Klingon side, because I am trying to get my Klingon side leveled up. Okay, let's take a look at our nethers. And nethers are daily. These get updated every day. This here gets updated every 3 days. So, crown. Okay, we're rerolling that one. Don't care. Okay, we're gonna reroll this one. Shadow! Yep, we can definitely do that one. Alright, so let's go down to the Deep Space Nine area. There it is. Let's go in. Going into cook-off. Yeah, going into Cook's bar.
Spin the wheel and win.
You gotta do 3,000. I like to do 13, 23, and 33.
Keep your eyes.
Oh, you're on each side. You're on each side. And you have to do 3,000. And just like that, completed. Just like that, completed. Alright, so Gonkrok and Undine. Okay, lead again. And we need to go to Gonkrok. La 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 la. Let's go shoot this dude. Okay, now. How far did that get us? Yeah, not far at all. Yeah. Are we there yet? No. Yeah. Yeah, finally.
Welcome to Gankra. It is Nkethi operating in multiple locations within the system. Command has identified 3 enemy operations within these areas. We need to regain control of each area. Review the briefings I have made for you to gain a better grasp of the challenges at hand.
Okay, so we've already done these a few times, so we're just gonna skip this part. Alright, so how many do we need to kill in here? 5. Doesn't that look like?
Get close to asteroids and tow them away from the enemy launch facility.
Jellyfish! That's it, big old jellyfish. Just wiping out everything in 2 seconds.
Allies, clear the asteroid. Heal. Allies, clear the asteroid. Heal.
Okay, we can leave. The other one's ending ships at the Allied Zone. Go to this one, that's your Allied Zone, or your Undine Zone. And we need to kill 10 Undine ships. Doesn't that look like? When you die yourself, they come from that direction. When you get a bunch of people, they come from that direction. So it looks like I'm the only one here. So you want to aim towards that direction. There's Storm. So like I said, when you die yourself, they come from this direction. When you got a bunch of people, they come from that direction. There's 7. There's 9. And you have to stay in this thing because of this thing. It just turns red. They can turn it back. So you got to stay in this line to keep this going. This thing's shitty split in their case. Let's see what the nut looks like. Okay, someone didn't finish this. Oh no, he's working on it. Completed. Yep, we can leave now. Alright, so again, like I said, those are your dailies. These get updated every day, 6 o'clock my time. This here gets updated every 3 days. So yeah, those are dailies. And again, if you're on a Klingon recruit speeds this up if you're on a Klingon recruit. So yeah, if you're trying to get this completed, a Klingon recruit is who you want to be on. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the event. I like to do this one because again, this one's got a copyright song, this one's got a copyright song, this one, as long as you get away from the store, he says, okay, I'll make a note of it, then you don't have to worry about it. So I like to do this one.
Good, you made it. I wasn't looking forward to dealing with this by myself. Our holo emitters are doing their job, and the bombing should happen soon. Once that's finished, we can get started.
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna turn the music down a little bit more.
Good, you made it. Wasn't looking forward to dealing with this by myself. Our hollow emitters are doing their job, and the bombings should happen soon. Once that's finished, we can get started.
I don't think it's happening at 79.
Daniel said this might happen. Something to do with the effect of chronotone flux on short-term memory. Gotta love temporal mechanics.
Time traveling, huh?
Yeah, we've been sent back in time to fix a problem. It's April 4th, 2063, the day before first contact. This is the missile complex where humanity's first warp-capable vessel was launched.
Alright, so what's the problem here, 79?
The Borg are the problem. They're here, and they're trying to change history in their favor. History says the Borg failed because of Picard and the crew of the Enterprise, but as of now, history's wrong. Somehow the Borg managed to pull victory from the jaws of defeat tonight. We're here to make sure that doesn't happen.
And what are these hollow emitters wearing?
Right now, we're effectively invisible inside this hollow shield. Once we're ready to move out, we'll drop it, and our personal emitters will kick in. Think of them as a sophisticated disguise kit. They'll make us look like we belong here. To the locals, we'll look like a band of 21st century humans wandering around the woods of Montana.
Okay, and if you click on this, it'll start all over again, so let's just do this one.
Okay, the bombing should end quickly thanks to the Enterprise. We're gonna need to move fast once things stop exploding.
Ignore, let's go.
Right, let's get moving. We need to get to the complex quickly. So much for the bombing run. Enterprise must have finished off the Borg vessel.
We are the Borg. Your biological and technological distinctiveness will be added to our own. Resistance is futile.
After all this time, they still haven't learned. Resistance is inevitable. Complex took some hits. Let's check for survivors.
Yeah, take it all. Loot, 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 loot.
I'm not picking up any Borg life signs in the complex. Picard and his people should be here now. Let's make sure before we move on. Okay, my tricorder's picking up multiple subspace comm signals in the area.
Okay, the Enterprise White Team.
Some of them are Starfleet, but they're coming from inside the missile silo. Probably protecting Zeph from Cochrane. The rest of the signals are coming from the southwest. Any guesses as to the source?
The Borgies.
Got it in one. Looks like they managed to send down a few landing parties before their ship blew up. Chances are they're here to make our lives difficult. I think it's time we return the favor.
I agree, let's do that.
Heads up, there are drones ahead.
Your defenses are insufficient. You will be assimilated.
Yep.
There are lights over there. It's like a camp of some kind. Borg will be drawn to it like moths to a flame. We need to protect the locals. Picking up life signs ahead. Some of them are Borg.
What do you want? Get away from us!
You will be assimilated. You will adapt to serve the collective.
What the hell are those things? Robots? Zombies? Robot zombies?
Sprite something. Take out those drones. Okay, we're gonna need to do a memory wipe on the locals. They can't remember the Borg. Setting your tricorder to emit a neurolytic pulse should work.
Alright, take it all out. Loot. Alright, so let's go down here.
Looks like the Borg have changed their tactics. They're avoiding Cochrane and the Enterprise crew and focusing on assimilating the locals. Makes sense. After they lost their ship, they lost their numerical advantage.
He done that. Entrance to keep it that way.
No argument here. I ran a quick scan of these drones. There's several references in their onboard nav system to a location north of here. Designation Resource Node 01. We should check this out. Whatever they're up to isn't a good thing.
I agree. Let's go.
Alright, this area is clear. Picking up Borg signals to the north, though. Apparently, Resource Node 01 is a garbage dump. It's almost wonderful. There must be something of tactical value here. Let's make sure they don't find it. Great. This place smells and it's fun. Take him down. Let's see if we can figure out what they were looking for here.
Alright, let's see what they're looking for.
Power amplifiers. Copper tubing.
Alright, sound like Donald Clue.
And lithium batteries. Oh, hell. I think I know what they're doing here, and it's not good.
Is it other?
Fair point. I think they're trying to build a transporter. They might have lost their ship, but there's a lot of Borg still in Enterprise. If they can beam those drones down here, this situation will go from bad to worse.
Okay, indeed. The recommendations then?
Complex isn't far. Let's make sure it's secure and then work on finding and dealing with this bootleg transporter.
Okay, I agree. Let's move out. So this is what I was talking about. Right there, that building right there, you can't see in, but you can hear in, and you can hear the cutscene. Troy, Riker, and Jonathan Cochran, talking this and everything else and all. Again, you can't see in, but you can listen in. But when you hear the Riker saying, okay, I'll make a note of it, you want to start to wait on it, because the copyright song will be starting to kick in. So yeah, when Riker says, okay, I'll make a note of it, yes, start away then, because the copyright song is about to kick in.
No sign of the Borg. Run a scan, make sure Picard's team is all accounted for. I'm picking up Starfleet comm badges inside the bar and... Hold on. More Starfleet comm badges inbound, but they're on Borg drones. Fair to say the Borg finished making their transporter. Those were assimilated Starfleet officers from Enterprise. Let's sweep the perimeter and make sure there aren't any Borg going after Cochrane.
Alright, let's go.
Who is this jerk? Who called me to turn off my music?
Will Riker? Zephram Cochrane.
Your friend of yours?
Yes.
Husband?
No.
Good. Now this, Dina.
Deanna.
This is the good stuff. Dr. Cochran. This is Phoenix. May she rest in peace. Okay. That wasn't so good.
Well, I think we have to tell it the truth.
If we tell the truth, the timeline.
Timeline! This is no time to argue about time. We don't have the time. What was I saying? I am not.
You are.
He wouldn't even talk to me unless I had anything. And then it took 3 shots of something called tequila just to find out he was the one we're looking for. And I spent the last 20 minutes trying to keep his hands off me. So don't go criticizing my counseling technique. It's a primitive culture. I'm just trying to blend in.
You're blended already.
I already told him our cover story. He didn't believe me.
We are running out of time. Now, if we tell him the truth, do you think he'll be able to handle it?
If you're looking for my professional opinion as ship's counselor, he's not.
I'll be sure to note that in my log.
And then step away. As soon as you hear that, be sure to note that in my logs. Step away, get the copyright song is about to kick in.
Okay, perimeter's clear. I'm thinking that transmission tower's our next stop.
Okay now. Take the loot. Go toward this tree here.
There it is, one bootleg Borg transporter. We need to take it out before this place is crawling with drones.
How can we make that happen?
There are 3 transporter pads. Each of them is powered by an array. I can send a feedback pulse from each array to the transporter pad it powers. It should be enough to overload and destroy the pad.
Okay, so won't the doors figure out what we're doing?
Yeah, there's that. You're gonna need to keep them off me while I work, or this plan will go sideways real fast. After we've taken care of the transporter pads, we'll deal with any drones in the area. And if we're lucky, that'll take care of this temporal crisis once and for all.
And it's going on.
Let's cross that bridge when we come to it, okay? Right now, we have a transporter to shut down. You ready to do this?
Sure, let's do this.
Get me to the first array and I'll start disabling their transporter.
So again, you got Alpha, Beta, and Gamma way back there. You gotta get rid of these people, but there's a card here that you want to position
Get me to the first
down.
array and I'll start disabling their transporter.
So that car right there, you're gonna position your officers because right there they keep beaming in right there. So put your bridge officers like right
Get me to the
here
first array
so
and
they
I'll
can
start disabling
aim
them.
into that area and keep that area under control.
Get me to the first array and I'll start disabling their transporter. Get me to the first array and I'll start disabling their transporter. Get me to the first array and I'll start disabling the transporter.
So yep, that will keep them all under control. Loot. Let's get her to this right here where she can start working.
This won't take long. They're using a simple modulating cipher. All right, this one's done. Let's go.
Alright, start working over to the second one. Here's your second one. Come on, 7 to 9. Yeah, she's working.
They're onto us. Security protocols just spiked, and not in a good way. Two down. That last one's gonna be a real bitch.
That's
One left.
yeah.
Stay with me. We can do this.
We have analyzed your tactics. We have adapted. We are Borg.
Wait, this will go a lot smoother if I'm not under fire. They're using a fractal self-replicating security. As fast as I can. Remember the part about keep them off me? Yeah, do that now.
See, when she gets interrupted, she stops working. When she gets interrupted.
Got it. The transporter's out of commission. Think we're through the worst of it.
Alright, let's pick it all over. So again, like I said, when she gets interrupted, she stops working and she'll start turning around to return fire and attack. So you want to keep that cutter shield on her. Again, like I said, put your bridge officers over here in front of this car right here. Because again, they keep spawning in, like right here on this tab, and right here on this tab. So you can keep that side angle, the night angle, this way under control, and then your bridge officers over here to keep this tab under control. Yes, that's how you can kind of get through this to everything else. Alright, so let's talk to her.
Think we're through the worst of it. I'm not picking up any Borg activity in the area. Nice work.
Oh, hi, Gilly Dilly Silly. New campaign
Over
to
as far
what?
as you're concerned. I'll deal with all this Borg tech lying around. It's a mess, but my nanites will make short work of it. As for you, feel free to return to the present. Take a break, have a drink. You've definitely earned it.
Alright, you too, 79. Return to present time. So, which one are you talking about, Gilly Dilly Silly? Oh, yeah, the new thing that's coming out. Here's the thing. So as you can see, yep, it's the 18th, it's everything else and all. The event, so this event's going to be expiring. So Tuesday, we should be getting another Tholian, and it's going to be basically, I believe, a red alert, I believe. I believe it's going to be a red alert. So let me double check. Yeah, it isn't showing nothing there. Yeah, so far the only thing they're showing is the Easter egg sales and just everything else and all. But yeah, after the campaign, yeah, as you can see, that's gonna be the next event. I'm gonna say Tuesday. This is probably gonna be starting Tuesday. Just everything else and all. So that's what I'm thinking. Either Tuesday or Thursday, this will be starting, just everything else and all. Because right now, so far, the only thing they're showing is the Easter egg sales and the Easter egg stuff, just everything else and all. But yeah, either Tuesday or Thursday is going to be the next one, just everything else and all. So, and that's what my guess is. Either Tuesday or Thursday, this will be starting. Because you got to figure, this is the 29th. We're already at 9 out of 13. I have a friend of mine that's actually ahead of me. Just everything else and all, where he's on this, about ready to pick this up. He's like 12 out of 13, I want to say. We're on 9 out of 13. But, yeah. So like I said, this is going to be the next event that and all. And I want to say it's either Tuesday or Thursday. This could probably be starting. So, yeah. So that's the news itself. Not the only thing they're showing on the Twitter and wherever else is basically, you know, the Easter sales. That and all. But yeah. Alright. Well, I'm going to go ahead and break just everything else. As you know, I'm part of the Dean team, just everything else. So, yep, I am part of the Dean team, just everything else and all. And as you can see, yep, I have posted just everything else and all. So, you know, and if you go to my profile, yep, notifications here. I've already signed up for it. And as you all know, I'm part of the Dean team, just everything else. Later on today, I am going to be trying to, you know, set this up because, like I said, if you're the Dean channel, yes, you can now monetize it, just everything else and all. So, yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get this done. Yeah, I'm gonna just go with the ODS because, again, like I said, Streamlabs is not working. I'm gonna try XSplit too because, like I said, see, my problem is I have that people saying, well, why don't you just use ODS? So then, and that is basically why I have trouble. Yes, I have an all-in AMD build, but as you can see, when I use ODS, yes, my ODS stutters, freezes, acts up, does all kinds of stupid stuff, and then it will just basically crash, basically corrupting the stream and ruining the stream for me. And then when it starts back up again, you'll get this. And if you run safe mode, yeah, you're not really running the best because you're running just the basic of ODS. So if you go back to normal, yes, you'll run a little bit, but then it'll just freeze up, stutter, and crash again. So this is why I really don't like ODS. Because needs on all A&D build, yeah, this happens a lot to me. A lot. So, but I'm going to download ODS, this, that, and all, and try to see if I can get back into it, this, that, and all. So, alright, well, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and break, reset everything, this, everything else and all. Because like I said, I'm going to be part of the Dean team, because I am helping Dean, set up their stuff, this, that, and all, and do their thing. But, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and call it quits, because like I said, I have not had breakfast yet, and I need food. So, willy dilly silly, I will catch you later. Alright, like I said, I use Streamlabs to do my stream, and there's not affiliate to Streamlabs. Otherwise, please check out those other links, and I will, see everyone later. Again, I am going to go ahead and, download just the regular ODS instead of the Stream Element version, because I don't think the Stream Element version is working, because that's the copy I had, the Stream Element version. And, yeah, as you can see, yeah, it's going to use the Stream Element version, mine tends to crash and act up. But, like I said, see ya.